Is it working? Fancy everyone. Oki, bonjour, hello. Happy International Women's Day. I hope everyone had a beautiful day today and practice some radical feminism. Things like simply going to the bathroom when you need to. That's an act of radical feminism. Standing up for what's right. Really honoring your sisters and honoring those strong women around us in our lives. And really advocating for those women in our community as well as our future generations. As well as our two-spirit people. It's been such a busy day for me. I was with the mayor this morning at the mayor's breakfast, and then I was teaching at a school all day today. Then I had a few doctorate appointments, and like, oh my gosh. So I always laugh when people say they're busy, and I'm like, yes, I get really stupid busy. But I'm just really thankful and humbled to, have my Tuesday live stream. It just happens to be on International Women's Day, so that's a great, great thing. And so I'm looking forward to sharing some women's songs today, including a song that I wrote for my daughters. And I'm really, really humbled and thankful to do that. Before we start anything, it's really important to just lay that foundation for where we are, create a sense of space, create a sense of connection to the land. I am Cree, Anishinaabe, and Métis. I'm from Muskeg Lake Cree Nation, which is in Saskatchewan. But I am today on, well, I'm in Mohkinstsis, which is Treaty 7 territory. It's the home of the Blackfoot, of Siksika, Kainai, and Pagani. And I'm so thankful for my incredible elders and friends from all of those nations, women that have really shaped and molded the way that I look at this land and the way that I connect to community here. I also want to thank the people of Tsuut'ina, the Beaver people, and the amazing elders that I have worked with out there, the amazing artists that I have worked with out there. I'm just so thankful and humbled to have had the opportunity to incredibly powerful people, and it's just such a gift to see those young women and those strong women lead in many of our communities. I also want to thank the Stoney Nakoda from Morley, which includes Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Wesley First Nation. I have a few elders from out there and some really incredible people that I've worked with out there. There are incredible nurses that are training out there, incredible social workers training out there to do the work for their community. And that's truly what, that medicine is, that women's medicine, which is about nurturing and connecting community and breathing life into our future generations and really helping us deal with that trauma that's happened in the past. And I see these stepping into these roles and stepping up, and I'm so humbled and thankful for everyone that I've been able to meet and just all that they're doing for their community and the world around them. And so I also thank the Métis of Region 3 in this particular area. I have lovely, lovely elders. Edme is one that definitely comes to mind, who's really inspired me. And we have so many incredible Métis role models and strong women here who've really stepped into those roles of community, of carrying knowledge forward, of being able to connect community in a good way, whether it be through events or whether through teaching or art or workshops. It's just such a beautiful gift to be in the time that we're in now. To think that, even where we were 20 years ago, we didn't have the ability to share, the ability to come forth and share our teachings and share that strong matriarchal example. But the women have really been leading the way in changing the way that we look at the world, changing the way that have lived through these experiences, saying this will not continue to happen. And it's the women that charge in breaking that cycle of intergenerational trauma. And so myself included, I think strong women, they help to shape and mold those future generations. I'm really, really thankful on this International Women's Day to be a part of such a group of incredible women. And so to welcome everyone into the circle today, I wanted to share with you the pre-welcome song. Traditionally, when we sing songs, we sing in rounds of 4, one of the 4 directions of the medicine wheel. But today, or actually always, when we sing this song, we sing in rounds of 3. And that's to keep the circle open and welcoming so everyone completes the circle today. Because in a circle, we're all connected. There's no beginning, there's no end. No one is greater or less than anyone else in this circle, just like in the hoop. So it teaches us to honor each other for their differences. Because if everybody was exactly the same, the world would be incredibly boring and nothing would ever get accomplished. So we need those differences. to be able to honor and respect each other, to be able to create thriving communities. It teaches us to come into the circle without judgment. We don't know the path or the experiences that we had in their life. It also teaches us not to compare ourselves to, because we're on completely different journeys than and it teaches us that, we might not agree 100% of the time, but it's those moments when we come together, that's truly what makes. And so Mia Sin, which is the Cree welcome song, is from the Natahau family from Sturgeon Lake, and I thank them so much for keeping this song alive, for keeping the story of this song alive, for keeping the meaning of this song alive and the intention. Because for so many years, we weren't able to. We weren't able to sing our songs or share our stories or speak our languages or practice our traditional ceremonies. And slowly but surely, our ceremonies are coming back. Our women's ceremonies are coming back. Our Two-Spirit ceremonies are coming back. And I'm so thankful for families like the Natahau for preserving and bringing those teachings forward again. And so to welcome everyone to share the Cree. It doesn't just mean welcome, because it does welcome in all our ancestors, so it gets a little loud in here. But it also means beautiful. Beautiful to share this day. Oh, hey Steph. Happy International Women's Day, my sister. I'm going to text you later. There's something to talk about. And so, yes, is the Cree welcome song. Mia sen, mia sen, Selina, Selina, e penta kote, wagomagan, ota, oma, kita skino, miasen, miasen, asemina, asemina, e pentakote, wagomagan, ota, oma, itaskino, miasen, miasen, asemina, asemina, e pentakote, wagomagan, ota, oma, itaskino. Hi, and welcome to the circle tonight, everyone. And so tonight I'm going to really focus on those women's songs and those women's stories that really connect each and every one of us for International Women's Day. And so the first story that I wanted to share with, well, not really a story, but the song that I wanted to share is the mother song. And so in the mother song, it's the mother calling out and the child calling back. And so as a mother, you hope to protect your children as long as you can. You hope to shield them from the world, to be able to shape and mold them, make them be able to feel safe and to feel loved. And fortunately, because of the residential school, we didn't have that opportunity to hear and raise our own children. And there are so many people that have been working diligently to break that cycle of children, because this is something that's been ingrained into our society and our community and ingrained into our family. And this is something that we are breaking apart. So in this song, it is that mother calling, that child calling back as it drifts further and further away. Residential school, children drift further and further and further away, and some of them didn't. So this is really to honor that anguish that parents feel when they cannot raise it, when grandparents do not get to meet or see or help raise their grandchildren the way they've always had in our story, part of child rearing. And so in this song, it's really about wanting to show that unconditional love. This also has happened during. So I honor all of the people who are recovering their culture and themselves, and also trapped in the foster care for many, many years. The foster care system is like residential school, because there's about 5 times in the in the foster care system. I think it's 10 times now than there ever were in the height of the. And so it's really important that we acknowledge this as a legacy that has built our families. We need to that's like break this. It's already broken, so we need to start with the piece and put our families. This song, that strength that we have, and that unconditional love that we have for our children. This is a mother song, which was given to me or taught to me by my friend Lacey. We did a song exchange, so I song exchange. Definitely such a beautiful way to do songs and build community. Mother song. Hey ya, hey ya, ho. So such a beautiful song. Another song that I want to share, it has been in my head for a while, quite catchy. It is Anagaya, the women's honor song. This song is from Joan Henry. She is Arapaho and Cherokee. And so when she sings it, she explains that this is the pulse. This is the pulse of Mother Earth. It's the pulse of creation, the pulse that we have in ourselves as women. And this is why we always feel that need bounce when we're trying to comfort a baby. So we just have that natural ability to pick up that child and just, and that's that natural rhythm that we have. Our women's dance is our traditional dance. That rhythm, that women's traditional rhythm dancing, which is that connection that we have, the connection that we have throughout our entire being of all of the universe. Grandmother Moon guides us and shapes in the time. And so women never lose that. And some two-spirit people have that ability to well. And so when we sing that song, this is really to honor all of those, honor grandmothers or great-great-grandmothers, but also those yet to be born, those generations that will be carried forward for all of our with the honor song. Anagaya, Hawiya, Hanaway, Hawiya, Hawiya, Anagaya, Hawiya, Hanaway, Hawiya, Hawiya, So, the next song I'm going to share, I haven't done it in a while, so I had to pull up the lyrics for it. even though I wrote it, it's hard for me to remember things. So, woo! Go. All right, so this is the song that I wrote a few years ago, a couple of years ago. Right at the beginning of the pandemic, I wrote it for an event that I was participating in. I was part of. I was helping coordinate and to connect elders, to connect community members. I was also one of the artists for the event, which was a dinner series to be able to connect elders and stakeholders, amazing artists from not only the Indigenous community, but non-Indigenous newcomer. Such a beautiful event. But unfortunately, it got cut short because of COVID, and so I had been connected in person at that point. After that, I couldn't connect in person. I tried to do it, but it didn't have the same effect. There's something rich, really special about being in. All of us had separate tables, and all of the tables kinship names. Some were brothers or sisters, or fathers, and sons. And the table that I was seated at was daughters. Right before the pandemic, as everything was shutting down, I was told that girls do amazing. And it was so fitting. Of course, I got the table daughter. I'd always had my sons before, and doubled my family right before the pandemic was a little scary, but beautiful at the same time. I've been so thankful every single day, and all of the teachings that I learned, especially like patience. Because teach you a lot of patience, but I wouldn't give it up for the world. So I was overcome joy and sadness and heartbreak for them. Just an overwhelming sense of love and appreciation and life in some land. Gentle. This I wrote Chloe Potters, and it literally I'm saying that we need my relationship, but it's more than that. That we are all connected, all related, supporting. And when we do that, that's when it also says sick of girls. It's daughter song. forgot to record it. Awesome. So I'm just gonna pop this off the screen so I'm not distracted. There we go. All right. So, continue with the theme of International Women's Day. I wanted to share the Strong Woman song, and I think to talk a little bit about the Strong Woman and also how we connect to Mother Earth. Why we call her Mother Earth when we call Grandmother Moon Grandmother Moon. And so, a bit of the story behind it is when the animals, when the world had to be cleaned with water, and all of the animals had to basically hang out in a boat while it rained until Creator was finally ready to rebuild the earth. The muskrat sacrificed itself to grab earth from the bottom. This is just an abridged version. The longer version is like 25 minutes. Big story. And then the turtle honored, well, first it dove down the head of the muskrat, or the muskrat head. Dove. And when she did, she dove so deep that her shell actually cracked. When it cracked in 13 bumps, and then it cracked in 28 ridges along the outside. So from that point on, the turtle always had that mark within itself of the. And so when the turtle came back up to the surface and the muskrat was able to bottom to grab the earth, the turtle offered itself to hold earth on her. So as she did with Sakajack, so it's a Cree story. So Sakajack is the spirit who was doing the work. So Sakajack was rubbing the earth on the turtle's back until it got so large and it created all of the landmass that we see. But as they did, it got heavy, pushing the turtle low the waves. So from this point on, it's always known as our earth on the beautiful turtle. She is our mother. She protects us. All of that earth has grown for us back. The story as well, we have Grandmother that comes out and she pushes the tides in, out, in, and out. And as she does, she creates all of the waters and the streams and the rivers and the lakes and the ponds and all of the water that we see all over this. She does that with love, to be able to nurture the earth with her love. This is also another moon pull. Grandfather, son, moon, when the earth started to spin out of control because Wasaka sometimes ahead of himself, as they did, they pushed and pulled and pushed and pulled to be able to slow the axis, creating a little bit of a wobble, but also creating months and years, all of the seasons that. But because of that shape of the turtles, also create all of our beautiful, all of the days. Grandmother is reflected. So why the moon cycles with days, and this is also why our moon cycle 28 of 13 moons in a year that guide us for harvests, for planting, for our ceremonies. Women also, we have those moons. So it's honoring that, and honoring beautiful grandmother, Mother Earth, nurturing powers that it has, the life it has. The song was originally known as the Turtle Song, as the Strong Woman Song. And when we honor those strong women in our life, honor those strong people beside us, we also honor those ancestors that have brought us here. Beautiful grandmother, beautiful mother. All of those sisters. Honor all of those families. Girls, spirit, all of our loved ones. So this song is about finding strength in you and all around you. That strength that we draw from the Strong Woman song. I sing it, I do it with a heart. That's that heartbeat of mine. We're inside our mother's womb. The sound that is her heart. The second that we, but our entire being is our own. So that is that pulse. That's what we're looking for, that connection. Exactly what the drum. That pulse of nature. It's right there. Take the look. Actually feel. I sing it, I take a step up. That is rising above any of that adversity, any of those challenges. It takes a lot of strength. A lot of strength to break that cycle. It takes a lot of strength. And raise children that might not have your own strength. Advocate your own. So this rise above. Awesome. It's really dry today. It's salty food. That was not so good. So the next song I want to share, Mothers, Mother I Feel You. And this song is from, I don't remember. Wind Song? Something Wind Song, I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Once I find it, I can probably post a link to it. I'll find it eventually. But it can be found on, I believe, YouTube under Mother I Feel You. There's a few different versions of it floating around. But I've changed the words a little more applicable to my beliefs and what I share about grandmother and grandfather, about father and mother. So, yeah. Well, thank you for the beautiful comments. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I feel your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Wail, 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 wail. Wail, 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 wail. Wail, 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 feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Wayo, 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 wayo. Wayo, 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 wayo. Wayo, 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 wayo. Wayo, 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 wayo. Grandfather, I feel you in the earth. Father, you are the... Yeah, I messed that one up. Grandfather, I feel you in the stones. Grandfather, your wisdom leads us home. Grandfather, I feel you in the stones. Grandfather, your wisdom leads us home. Wayo, 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 wayo. Wayo, 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 wayo. Wayo, 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 wayo. Wayo, 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 wayo. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Wayo, 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 wayo. 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 Wayo, 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 wayo. 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 You can tell I haven't done that in a while. And so, whew. My throat's getting a little sore and dry. I've been speaking all day. And the next song, the Women's Warrior Song. Women's Warrior Song is from the West Coast. And, oh my gosh, that'd be really long. Oh, pardon me. So the Women's Warrior Song from the West Coast, it is a sailor's song, and it was brought forth during the American Indian movement. And so during the American Indian movement, there was the Oka crisis, there was skirmishes that were going on across Canada and the United States. But out in Sailor's territory, there was also a fight going on, and there was people advocating for many communities across Canada and the States. And so there were protests, and there were many blockades, and the grandmothers were the ones making sure that everybody on the front was fed, making sure that all the kids were taken care of, and just making sure that, protests could just go ahead unhindered because everything else. And this is what grandmothers traditionally do in communities. They take care of things. They make sure that nobody gets left behind and that everybody is fed and happy and valued, and nobody gets neglected. Super. But the RCMP got a very clever idea to arrest all of the grandmothers. They figured if grandmothers weren't there, feeding people, making sure everybody had supplies, making sure that the children were taken care of, well, then the protests would stop. But they didn't. Just arrested all of these grandmothers, which intensified the protests, and then people from all different nations, people who were from the urban societies, people who were allies, joined and raised their voices, and then the children were also on the well, because of course the grandmothers weren't sitting back taking care of them, so what do? You bring the kids with you. And so as all of these were happened, and finally after a month, because you can't just hold someone without charge, but within 30 days you have to release them, all of these grandmothers were released. And this song, in a song for had been a women's warrior song, and it really went to show these grandmothers. And a warrior isn't someone who just stands on the front lines. A warrior is someone who can be a gentle warrior by supporting your community, by being of service. And this is exactly what and so they stood strong, the true to their values, and honored all of the people, not only the generations that were there, but our people, by the work that and by gentle presence of her. It really showed what was happening. Gift. And so this song they sang so loudly when those grandmothers were released from prison. And this just really became that rallying cry for not only the grandmothers, but for all women. So this is why we sing it on East Hastings Street for murdered and missing Indigenous. so many of our sisters. We sing it for all of the women, their people. And it's girls who sing through the highway. This is a issue. Start talking about these issues, known, and fix the problem. This is a society issue. It's not Indigenous. So by standing up, raising our voice, drumming together, standing up, elevating the voices of that is truly, and this is truly with the women. So this warrior. I wanted to share 2 more songs before I take off tonight. So, next song. This actually Elder Carrie Moore's song. This is her great grandmother's. This is grandmother's song, or their berry picking song. And the story behind the song is a long time ago in our tribal days, women traditionally go berry picking. The grandmothers, of course, being the ones in charge, would sit at the biggest bush, and they would be watching everyone. When women are in charge, it's not top-down structure like patriarchy. A matriarchy is more of an all-encompassing structure. It's more like egalitarian, where everybody's voice is important. Women do make the choices, and they advocate for what needs to be done. They're the ones that make sure that everyone is taken. Everyone has a stake. You're all part. So the grandmothers provided those and really made that final ruling, as well as two same. There were those governing rules. It wasn't just one person. It was. And so when we sing this song, we honor that history, that very strong history of the matriarchs throughout Indigenous and Indigenous throughout the world. We also honor just generations. This is really about finding our. And so the story behind the song is the grandmothers would traditionally go berry picking. They would bring all of the kids with them. If you were a boy, once you turned 12, you were considered on your path to becoming a man, so you would go hunting with the men. If you were a two-spirit person, you had to learn both hunting and berry picking and all of the other things that you needed to do, because a two-spirit person was meant to fill in those gaps whenever someone needed they to step into, whether it be a masculine or feminine role, whether it be a ceremonial or an actual like top role. They were the ones who filled. And so it was really not two-spirit people, so that no one person was sick. So people were needed, were very, very important. And so everybody would go berry picking. grandmother's of course the biggest bush, and for the most part, they would be watching the babies. And if anybody knows how babies explore the world, they put everything in their mouth. Adorable and disgusting. And so the grandmothers would be sitting like, oh, don't eat that rock, or spit out the pine cone, or don't chew on a bug, or, ooh, are you eating dirt? Get out of your mouth. Ugh, put the squirrel down. Squirrels don't belong in your mouth. Babies will put everything in there. And then the younger kids would be sitting and listening to beautiful stories from their elders. Some of the elders that were too old to go, they would sit back and they would share these incredible stories of all of their experiences and all of those tales and stories that they had heard growing up out the ages. So they would share those with the kids. Kids under the age of 5, usually they'd be eating more berries than they were picking, and generally would be sticky. That has not changed in thousands of generations. Kids under the age of 5, generally sticky. The older kids would be playing tag, skipping stones, climbing trees, having fun, learning about the world around them through play. That is truly how you learn, is through play. I think we need to remember that. We need to teach our children critical thinking. Let them make mistakes. Don't let them just reiterate things. Come on, get it. So it's really about experience. And that was the hugest point of going out. It didn't matter if the kids were berry picking or not. They were learning, and that was a gift. Teenage girls would be off, not really picking as many berries as they should be, because they would be too busy talking about their crushes. Like, oh my gosh, did you see that guy's moccasins? He is like so cute. And that hasn't changed in thousands of years. And then, of course, the mums and the aunties would be the ones picking all of the berries for the nation for the year. Like I said, in thousands of generations, not a lot has changed. And so as everybody would be out scattered to the 4 directions and it was time to go, grandmothers would call out. But they wouldn't say, yo, where you at? Because that would be totally ridiculous and not relevant to the era. But they would call out using this voice. And as soon as you heard that voice, you knew exactly who grandmother was calling. So I would hear, like, oh, that's my cookum. I should probably call back. So I go back. And then I would hear other voices. All right, there's my son Lyndon. I know he's over there. There's my cousin Yvonne. I know she's over there. There's my cousin Megan. I know she's over there. Hi, hi, hi! That's my mom. I can't do her voice with a straight face, but there she is. She's over there. She's safe. And so as you would hear these voices, you know, I can't do my mom's voice. Just see her like this. And she does it. But you'd know everybody was safe. And this was really important. Or in times of danger, you would have a safe camp. But you wouldn't just walk in and be like, hey, is everybody okay? Because you didn't know, right? You didn't know if it was safe. You didn't know if the camp was compromised. You didn't know if you were being followed. And so you would wait. Of course, feel free to share it. You would wait until silence fell, darkness fell. Then, all out and let it. And you would listen. I would hear, ow, ow! All right, there's my friend Ashlyn. I know she's over there. Then I would hear, oh, there's my friend Stephanie. Oh, I miss her. Then you would hear other voices. There's my Georgie. I know she's over there. There's my friend Darcy. I know he's over there. There's my cousin Michelle. She's a little weird, but she's fine. She's over there. I know where she's at. And so you were able to know where everyone was. Come back, you rebuild camp, and you'd celebrate the fact that you found each other. Now we don't use our voices like we used to. I do. Just kidding. But I use mine at Walmart when I've lost my kids, which is awesome and totally like the best. Because if I've lost them and I'm just tired of looking for them, and of course Walmart, you can't call them on your phones because it's a dead zone. So I'll call out. And then I'll hear, right, this is my son Lyndon, usually in the electronics section. Then I'll hear, Mom, could you just not? You're embarrassing me. Right, there's my eldest son, usually in the deli. And then I'll hear shuffling footsteps behind me and going, I can't believe you did that. Why are you doing that? It's so embarrassing. But I find the girls every time, don't I? So at the end of the song, we let out our voice. It might be a squeak, it might be a roar, it might be an alien sound, who knows? But your voice comes right here, right from your belly button, because that's where we're connected to our mothers before we come into this world. That's where we're fed, and that's where our spirit speaks to us and through us. This is why our intuition, never wrong, because it's the spirit speaking to us and through us. And so at the end of the song, we let out our voice. The song is the grandmother calling out, and you're calling back. So if you're at home, it's a call and response. Super easy. So I'll sing both parts, but I'll say, way-ya, hey-ya, way-ya, way-ya, hey-ya, and you'll say, way-ya, hey-ya, way-ya, way-ya, hey-ya. Awesome. I'll sing it through. Way-ya, hey-ya, way-ya, way-ya, hey-ya. Way-ya, hey-ya, way-ya, way-ya. Way-ya, hey-ya, way-ya, way-ya, hey-ya. Way-ya, hey-ya, way-ya, way-ya, hey. Way-ya, hey-ya, way-ya, way-ya, hey-ya. Way-ya, hey-ya, way-ya, way-ya, hey-ya. Way-ya, hey-ya, way-ya, way-ya. Awesome. So we're going to sing that through 4 times. But the 3rd time, that's the part of the story where they're looking for their safe camp. So we're going to get quiet. And then the 4th time, we are going to celebrate because we found each other. Feels good. When you find your voice, you just want to use it all the time. You can be the crazy person in Walmart like me. So the last song that I want to share is just a traveling song so that your week ahead is beautiful. You're traveling. If you're traveling anywhere safe, you get home safe. Also, to remind us that it's about the journey. It's not about the destination. So really to appreciate every moment and every crosses your path and to take time to observe all of those gifts that Creator puts on the path for us. About just honoring everything that we take together on. The song is from my partner, but it was lost after her, but coming back. It's really ever so great. Every time. She always told me that if we accidentally throw in an extra verse, our people want us to. And so it's not. It's happy, intentional thing. So this is, I'll have it be.
everyone. Miigwech, thank you so much. Marcy, have a beautiful International Women's Day. I hope you had one already. And I hope I will see you next week. Again, I'm going to shut up, and I'm very, very thankful to be able to share songs and stories and teachings every week when I am able. And yeah, see you next Tuesday. Miigwech, everyone. Hi. Bye. Bye.